This is Michael Williams, and I'm here today with Tami Jeremias, one of my coaching clients. We've been working together for several weeks now, and this is unscripted, unrehearsed, and I'm just going to ask Tami some questions. Tami, just tell us what what is it that you like about the one-on-one coaching?
Well, it's definitely very different than anything that I've ever done until now. It's much more hands-on, I feel. I'm actually working on something the whole time. I'm working on it on my own time. I'm doing things that I feel like are active for my speech. And I love it that it's in my own home. I don't have to go anywhere. Flexible hours. Um,
Okay. So what's different now about this one-on-one coaching and say speech therapy? Because I think you've done that before. What is different
yeah.
about it?
Right. So I've done speech therapy for many years. There's a few things that are very different. One thing I just mentioned is that as I said, you have like homework sort of here, which I've never had before, and I've always wanted actually. I wanted to feel like I'm doing something to help me with my speech, to work on it. Also, the whole approach is totally different. In speech therapy, I was given more techniques for when I get stuck. That was more of the focus, and over here the focus is more on creating a new style of speech so as to prevent getting stuck or stuttering, and it's great because it's more of like a 24-hour like fix, and it makes you much more confident about my speaking in general.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about the approach itself. So you said it's helping you create a new style. Has that been easy or difficult?
It's had its ups and downs. It's definitely I definitely see results, which is amazing. Um, in the beginning, it's very hard to implement the new style of speaking. You do it when you do the presentations and everything, and then you have to go to the next step and actually start using it in conversations, which you need constant reminders, you need the support definitely, but it's so good to have it as like a safety net to make your speech smooth
Yeah.
and
So two things you mentioned that I want to talk about. One is we start off having you practice presentations, and a lot of people are like, "No, I don't see how that's going to help me in conversations. You're having me do presentations. How does that help me in conversations? How does that help me say those certain letters and words in these specific situations? How does this help?" So what do you think? I mean,
well, it gets you used to this new style of speaking, this presentational style, proactive speaking, and the more comfortable you are with it, the easier it is to implement it, in regular conversation. So practicing the videos a lot, makes it more natural and easier to come to you. And then, what was your second part of the question? Oh, how does it help me in conversation?
yeah,
So exactly that. So right. So then you're able to use it in conversations, and it really prevents getting stuck.
yeah.
Or
So so it
you just
does
be
help. So the approach
of course.
of learning the presentations does help you in conversations. There is a
Well,
connection.
yes, it's necessary. Practicing the presentations is necessary in order to learn that new style of speaking.
Yeah. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about that you mentioned was support. And it's very important from a couple of perspectives. You have support in your home, and then we'll talk about the support that I give you. But first, let's talk about what is it that your husband does that helps you.
Well, constant reminders, and especially if there's someone there that I'm speaking to who like gives me a look like to be calm, and it reminds me to use my new speaking style. And when I'm just with him alone, he tells me to use my new speaking style, and it's you need it because speaking is such a natural thing. You've spoken all your life one way, and
Right.
it's subconscious. So unless you have constant reminders, it's it's very hard to change your style of speaking.
That's right. So it's not easy to do, but it's possible, right? With the right support, it is possible to become more aware and
Definitely,
start
definitely
speaking.
possible, very possible. And yeah, the
Yeah.
support is definitely necessary though.
Now, there are lots of people out there who are able to watch these videos and practice on their own and make this transformation, and that's why I make the videos available. But there are some people who need the one-on-one coaching. So, what is it about the support that I give you that's different than if you were just trying to do this on your own? What is it that I do for
Well,
you?
that's I'm saying. I personally don't think I'd be able to do it without you. But everything. First of all, I'm saying your experience, and that you told me so many things about my speech that I haven't noticed myself. I don't know if I should mention this, but about finishing my thoughts and talking choppy and all that helps me improve my speech. And you know, you coach me. I'm saying I don't know.
Okay.
I would. First of all, it's like you're saying, it's another form of support. It's much harder, to do it on your own without somebody on top of you to make sure that you're doing it and you're doing it the way that you're supposed to be doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you felt like quitting, or have you felt like maybe back in the beginning, oh, this isn't working? I've been doing the practices, doing the affirmations, and I'm not seeing any results. Have you ever felt like that?
I felt like that a few times, though not a lot. I felt like that a couple of times. I definitely have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened to make you think, okay, maybe this will work, or maybe this is working? What happened? Like what did?
Well, there's definitely some like amazing experiences I've had since I started that I haven't had before. Where somebody asks me a question, and I think I would get stuck on the answer, and then I go into the rhythm, and I don't, and it's such a great feeling that it motivates me to continue, and that's what I try to think about. When I'm having a hard time.
Excellent, excellent. Now you mentioned something else that we talked about that we've worked on a lot is rhythm. Rhythm is probably one of the most important parts of this entire approach. What
Definitely.
t- what do you think about rhythm? What is it? What is it? What is it about this rhythm that
Rhythm
helps you?
is, I think, as you said, I think it is actually the most important
Okay.
technique for me, at least. Um, it calms you down. It makes your words flow, and it clears your mind also. As I said, it calms you down, so your thoughts are clear. You're able to express them more easily. You can sort of trust that whatever you say is going to come out, clearly. You don't have to think of that the words so much. You have your thought, and then you start using the rhythm, and it just comes out real nice.
So
Very good.
rhythm actually helps your thought process, right? Because some people experience when they get into this stutter, their mind clouds up. It's almost like it shuts down
That.
and their
But
throat.
then smooth out your speech. Rhythm, I think, is the key to smoothing out your speech. It really makes your thoughts and consequently your speech much smoother.
Much smoother. Okay. Well, Tammy, thank you very much. We'll probably do another one of these a little later, but this has been extremely helpful for me, even just to hear. And I hope that this has been helpful for other people to hear a little bit more about your experience. The next time, maybe we'll talk about some of your specific experiences that you've had. But thank you very much. And again, this is Michael Williams and Tammy Jeremias.
Okay.